Hey guys, my name is Coach Schaufelberger and I am the assistant men's soccer coach here at Greenville High School. Today is the first day of the FCA camp, and so for soccer we're going to be doing individual drills today. And the camp theme for day one is 100% sacrifice from God. And the Bible verse John 3:16 says, "For this is how God loved the world. He gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have eternal life." And so we see in the gospel how God has 100% sacrificed for us by sending Christ to earth to live the life that we needed to live, to be reconciled to God, and then to die the death that we deserve to die. And so this motivates us in our spiritual life to pursue Christ with all we have, but also motivates us in other areas, specifically in sports, to give all we have every time we go out to play because of the gifts that God's given us. And so it's our calling and our duty to give 100% every time we get out on the field. So to start today, we're going to look at some stretches that are useful, especially for soccer players while warming up, to prevent injuries and promote flexibility. The first one is just your basic stretch, pulling your leg back behind yourself. You're gonna hold this for 15 seconds for each leg, right and left. Next is a kicking stretch. So you're gonna kick your leg up and hold your arm straight out and try and hit it with your leg. You're gonna do 5 with each leg. Next is a stretch we call sweeping. You're gonna keep your one leg on the ground, you're gonna keep it straight and bring your arms underneath and sweep the grass. You're gonna do this 5 times with each leg. Next, because hip mobility is so important in soccer, we have 2 stretches that we're gonna go through. The first one, we just call closing the gate. You're gonna lift up your leg and bring it around back to the front. You're gonna do this with each leg 5 times. And then we're gonna do the opposite, opening the gate, where you start with your knee inside and you move it out. And you're gonna do this 5 times with each leg as well. And then just to finish up, we're gonna do calf stretches. So you're gonna get in a push-up position and keep one leg on the ground and put your other leg on top of it, pushing down on your calf. You're gonna hold this for 15 seconds for each leg. Hey guys, so this is day one for the soccer camp. We're gonna be doing foundational skills. And the foundational skills are important because to do everything else in soccer, you have to be able to master the basics. And so we're gonna be looking at 5 different activities you can do to practice your foundational skills that center around your feet on the ball. Touch is super important in soccer to be able to pass well, to be able to dribble, to be able to shoot. And these drills are gonna focus on developing your touch, okay? So for the first drill, it's very simple. We're just going to be passing the ball between our feet. You're gonna make sure that the ball touches the inside of your foot every time that you hit it. To start, the goal should be to just get about 50 touches until you're comfortable enough with this skill. After you've mastered the skill of just passing it between your feet, if you're ready for a challenge, what you can do is go in circles. This will help you practice moving in different directions while also maintaining your touch. And so what you can do is dribble in a circle around one way and then dribble in a circle around back the other way, like this. So within developing our touch, we want to make sure that every part of our foot gets practice touching and moving the ball. So this next activity is going to practice using the bottom of your feet, and you're gonna do toe touches. So you're just gonna hop on one foot to the other, touching the top of the ball with the bottom of your foot. You're gonna do 50 of these. The next skill that we're going to practice is rolling the ball over with your foot. This is actually a game-like activity that becomes useful to move the ball in short distances and also helps develop your touch. So it looks like this. You're gonna start by hitting the ball with the side of your foot and then roll it to where the bottom of your foot is touching the ball. and then you're going to brush it to the other side. You're going to do this with each foot 20 times. And then the last foundational skill that we're going to be looking at today is dragging the ball back and hitting it forward with the top of your foot. You're going to do this 20 times with each foot. This helps develop the touch on the top side of your foot, which is going to be useful for shooting. And lastly, for day one, we're going to finish up with some juggling skills. Now, juggling is important because, again, it works your touch on your feet, which the other activities have done as well, but also works your touch in other areas of your body. And in soccer, you're not only just going to be using your feet, you're going to be using your chest, your knees, your shoulders, and your head. And so juggling allows you to work on your touch in those areas as well. And so I'll give you a brief demonstration, but what you can do is try and set a goal for the number of touches that you want to get in a row. So maybe start with 2 or 3, then work your way up to 5, and then 10. And so I'll give you a brief demonstration of this. So guys, in conclusion, today we looked at stretching, just warming up your body to play soccer and to practice your skills. We looked at foundational skills, focusing on touch, especially as it relates to your feet, improving the touch on all parts of your feet. We looked at juggling, which helps develop touch on your feet as well as other parts of your body, your knees, your shoulders, your head. And we also touched on the theme for today, which is 100% sacrifice, which just reminds us of what Christ did, what God has done for us in the gospel, and Christ dying and rising for us. And it also helps us to think about how we can sacrifice in sports, how we can give our all.